In yesterday's video, I told you how I edit my videos on the Adobe Rush. The only limitation that I really had with the app itself was just the color correcting. I felt like they kind of have to add a few more things on there, mostly just an adjustment layer where you can just throw the color correcting on it instead of editing each individual clip. You can solve that whole problem by just color correcting the main footage first, but I feel like that's kind of just a waste of time, especially when you're going to be chopping and clipping and doing all this other stuff to the actual clips itself. So it's just, to me, it just doesn't make sense to have it the way they do it without having the adjustment layer. And I was thinking about it, there has to be a way to do more color correcting to things on there, or color correcting things, just videos and stuff on your phone. And it hit me, iPhone has built-in LUTs on their thing. There's about 9 or 10, and I'm gonna go through real quick and show you the ones that I like. I'll show you all of them, but I'll show you the ones that I like and then how I'll edit them to the video clips that I've put in with it. So let's see how this works.
Let's see if I do this sideways. Yesterday's video was in 9 by 16, and I honestly thought there was a way to change it in post, but I guess there really wasn't a way to change it from the orientation it was. That's why yesterday's video was in 9 by 16 instead of 16 by 9. But here's some of the clips I got from just driving around different neighborhoods. And this one right here, we'll pause it real quick. Hit the top right, the edit button. On the right side, you'll see 4 buttons. And you just click the one with the little 3 circles, and that brings up all the different editing LUTs that they have. So they're even labeled too on the bottom. This one's vivid, or vivid warm, vivid cool, dramatic, dramatic warm, dramatic cool, mono, silver tone, and Nor. Don't know why they have 3 black and white ones, but going through all of them, the way I like to color my videos to begin with, I really like the way they color the James Bond films, where it's kind of like it's a lot like Fuji's Eternal film, kind of like Kodachrome. If you guys are into film, it looks a lot like that. So for this one, we'll go with dramatic warm or dramatic. Let's go with dramatic warm. Okay, from here, and then the button above it with the little circle with the dots, that's just how to change everything manually to get the right tweak. There is a way to just auto it on, auto it off. That's just computer AI just does as much as it wants. From here, again, it just comes down to personal preference. Sometimes the highlights a little bit. Shadows, let's bring them up. Contrast, just a little bit. With brightness, before I go to everything else, a good rule of thumb is just because you can't edit to all the way to level 100 being the max, don't always do it. I mean, this is something that takes time. I still fall into this all the time, but I mean, if you see, this is all the way at 100, it blows out the sky. Same thing all the way dark. You can't see anything. It's just because you can go to the top doesn't mean you actually should. I personally like to hover around 10 to 20-ish, maybe 30 max, but I really am trying to be saving the film at that point, or whatever it is I'm trying to do if it goes that high. Same thing with saturation. I really don't touch it unless I really have to. The great thing about iPhone is when you edit outside in like direct daylight, sunlight, or even overcast, the sensors they use are really good, and there really isn't a reason why you should be doing too much saturation or color temperature change and stuff like that unless you're really going for a certain kind of look. And then here, I really don't mess with sharpness. When I first started, I was really guilty into like making it just look really over sharp, and it just doesn't look natural. So here's this. It does take a sec because it has to put the LUTs on the actual video, but it really isn't too. It mostly just depends on the length of the actual video clip you're doing. Okay, second clip, just me driving. Let's see, pause real quick. That's kind of strange. I'm staring at the camera, but come down here, try to find something different. Let's go with vivid. Click the little circles. Here, this scene, it already is kind of bright. Just the way the sun is causing the sun flares and stuff that you can see, like the little rainbow on the left and on the top right, and you can see the little circles and stuff. So here, and then with this, since there is a little bit of a rainbow going on, I will bump it up just a little bit to try to like accentuate, make it a little bit nicer than what it is. Same thing with the vibrance. And we're good to go. and I can show you the actual thing. I mean, you can see already how this makes it look and how it changes the color right there. So you can already see that I did too much. So I would have to go back and re-edit it and take that out. And then here there's someone just walking by the grocery store. Bing. It's dramatic cool. Here we have the exposure. Here is crooked, but that's just the way I held it. But we can change that. Just click up here, and then just top right, there's a little square that just changes the actual orientation, how it looks. So, again, hit play. From here, let's just, there we go. That's a good angle. Okay. Let's do a black and white one. Between mono and norm. I think I'm gonna go with norm. Okay. From here, again, just work with the shadows more mostly just because you are editing in black and white, so these other things really don't matter. Okay, and we are golden. So let's see, again here, let's do the other one with the other black and white photo, or black and white preset. Okay, let's go mono. Here, kind of going for a little bit of a darker look. Okay, that's everything. Let's see if some of these videos are actually done so we can show you the final product. Here's the first one. Not too shabby. Second clip. This one, now you can already tell it's like way too bright. But right here it looks okay. And again, this is where it comes across where it's, when you color grade, it goes over the whole clip and not just the part you did it. But right here, great. And then here, still looks good. What was I staring at? Anyways. Lady at the grocery store. It looks good. I mean, it's a lady walking, so it's nothing too dramatic, you know? And here, black and white. Say hello! No? No. And another one of us.
But you know, I actually forgot how good those actual LUTs are for them. I mean, the clips are good. They're so usable for YouTube content, personal part stuff, just whatever you need, you know? It's just, there's lots of resources out there you can use. I mean, this kind of stuff is available on an iPhone. It's awesome. Not saying you have to use it, but the thing that I love about that is you can have the uniform look across the whole thing. The problem with the Adobe way is if you edit it with each individual clip, is that you have to make sure you write the exact recipe to how that first or the previous clip looked, and then apply it to all the other clips all the way down till it's done with the thing. This one, you edit the thing once, and then it's already cut, done, and it's just done. It's nice to have. So let me know if you use it. I might be using it for the last few days of these video things I'm doing, and let me know if you have any other tips and tricks like that I can use for future videos or just videos in general. So with that, I'll talk to you next project. I'm out.